Raja went to jail and the process has started. A new euphoria has come in India. What Anna Hazare is saying, why this sanction at all? Independent prosecutor. I think when Clinton had this Monica Lewinsky problem, they appointed an independent prosecutor who doesn't have to ask anybody's permission. He can directly tell the CBI, prosecute. 20 years ago, Hong Kong was the most corrupt country in the world. And then they appointed an independent public prosecutor. Now it is considered the second most honest country in the world, according to Transparency International. That's all it is Anna Hazare is asking. Ramdev is saying, bring all the money back. You don't know how to bring it back? I will tell you, nationalize it, he said. So they went and brought lathis and hit him. Hit his people. If he had been around, they would have hit him on his skull so that Ramdev would have been permanently out of action. He may not have died, but he would have been useless. So to some extent, he is right about that they were trying to kill me. Now all this while, when Ramdev went on fast again in Hardwar, and he was listening to anybody and his health was deteriorating. That time I got a phone call saying, Jaldi aa jaiye. Ramdev said, Ramdev ki ICU. So I was by chance in Dehradun, so I went straight. I was the only politician allowed inside. All the others were Swamijis, Shri Ravi Shankar and Murari Bapu and all these people. They got the press asked how Swamy was allowed in and no other politician was allowed in. They said his name is Swamy, that's why we allowed. So anyway, I told Ramdevji, Gandhiji invented this Amaran Anshan business. But he said one thing, never do Amaran Anshan before a person in whose heart there is no place for you, even a small amount of place. I told Ramdevji, these people want you dead. How can you do fast to death against them? We'll be the loser, that's all. But fortunately, after all these sadhu sannyasis gave quotations from the Gita and the Upanishads and all this, finally agreed. Ramdev has been wronged by the government. I'll tell you that he will rise again and overthrow this government. He's coming here on September 11th to the United States. Please give him all the support that we can. Our aim now is to bring Hazare out of the clutches of all these fashionable NGOs. Aruna Roy, Harish Mandar, all Naxalites, Sonia Gandhi's friends. They are also members of the National Advisory Council of which Sonia Gandhi is chairman. And they are all with brainwashing Anara. No politician. They have to deal with politicians. How can non-politicians deal with politicians? So now, of course, there's been a change. I'm hoping that Anna Hazare, Ramdev, RSS, Vishwa Parishad, some politicians like me, all will come together and create a new alternative for clean India. And this is not we've got a lot of time. We have a lot of time. I'm telling you, once Chidambaram goes, then after that I'm going after you know who. And there will be a midterm poll. I'm expecting a midterm poll between November 2011 and February 2012. And then we have to be ready. Let us not get carried away by our shistachar, We say our guests, Atithi Devo Baba. We worship our guests. But you got to be careful, you see. Sita when she saw a sannyasi come to her ashram, and he said, "Give me Diksha." And he sat in a distance away and he required her to cross the Lakshman Rekha. She first said, "No, you come here, take it." He got angry. He said, "What do you mean? I'm a sannyasi, I'll give sharp to your husband." So out of Shishtrachar, she crossed the Lakshman Rekha. See what happened to her. Ravan didn't come dressed as a Ravan. He came dressed in Bhagwa. Same way some Italian woman comes dressed in sari and does namaste. Oh, what a nice woman she is. Our country is in the throes of a major economic crisis due to this corruption. And with that, I'll explain only in a few sentences and then let you all go to dinner. This money, that black money, some of it goes abroad. And then it comes via abroad. It comes via Mauritius and goes to a stock market and they earn all the money. Sonia Gandhi once complained to Chidambaram, "What is this Swiss people? They take our deposit, they don't give us interest on the top of it, they charge us a service charge." So some way should be found to earn money on it. So he came up with this participatory note device, which enables money that has gone abroad, come without who owns the money, who is paid for the money, how he raised it, nothing, which is applicable to you and me as citizens of India. It comes via Mauritius because if you register a company in Mauritius, then there is no capital gains tax in the stock market. And they are looting it that way. The stock market is rigged, property market is rigged. Then now a new thing is happening, all the forward trading in food grains and agricultural products allowed. So rice, wheat, sugar, salt, all these things, oil, all these things that come, the black money is being used to hoard these, put them in the go down. The prices shoot up. Your GDP is growing at 9% per year, but your inflation is growing at 16% per year. How is that possible? With supplies expanding at 9% per year, how can prices rise at 19%, 16% per year? It's because of hoarding. And then you have people who greed for money. They are selling our licenses to foreigners who are hostile to us. So the old days when it was a battlefield, our Jawans can fight that. But now it is much more sinister. It's capturing your mind. Why is there so much corruption in India? That's because we have forgotten Sanatana Dharma. This one-dimensional attachment to material prosperity. Yes, you must try to acquire material prosperity, no question. But the society must value other things more highly than money. Today our society is increasingly becoming a society where if you have money, then you have status. Otherwise, you don't have status. When I came as a student to Harvard in the early 60s to get my PhD, one American student asked me, "How is it that you accepted Mahatma Gandhi as your leader?" I said, "Why? In America you will not accept." He said, "If he comes to America, we'll put him in jail for indecent exposure." He had only one minority. I also started thinking, what is this? I said, I asked him, "What about the leaders in your country?" He said, "They are very well dressed. Their ties are super, their coats are super. They have to be well dressed, otherwise if they are dressed sloppily, there will be trouble." Then I began thinking. Then I went and read Brigu and Bhardwaja's debate on the creation of Varna, which has now become out of date because Varna has got associated with birth. They never had anything to do with birth. But that time, Brigu said, if you want a stable society, then knowledge, weapons, wealth and land, these are powers.